ready for the podcast? Whole lot we gon' broadcast. Dropping gems, these are all facts. Shooting flicks like Men in Black. Are you ready for the podcasts? Hitting every spot, Dalmatian. Taking off like a spaceship. Podcast is not basic. Podcast is not basic. Podcast is not basic.
Da 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 da. Yo, what's up, Big Si?
What's up? What's up?
Man, what's good with you, man?
It ain't nothing. It's chilling.
Chilling, man. Yo, what's up, man? Everybody, welcome to the Podcases, man. Episode, man,
54.
Viva Voce.
Studio 50. I had to Google that.
Oh yeah, man. Dope, right?
You trying to show off your intellectual? You know, you picking up from last episode. People was really raving about your intellectual skills.
Hey, man.
Until I told them I wrote all of it.
Yeah, man. Welcome
and
to.
You was reading it.
Yeah, you got the originators of Opinionated-Facts. Me with the crazy vocabulary. Welcome, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the building. What's good, bro?
What's up with you?
Man, chilling, bro. I'm doing really good, man. I had an extraordinary weekend this weekend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I last night hung out with my favorite LB, my favorite frat brother, Rodney Knight.
Okay.
My man Harold Farmer, man, Caleb Abuma, man. Yo, salute to all the bros, man, that we linked up with.
This ain't no Q show. Enough
dog.
Is enough.
I
Y'all hung out. That's all we need to hear. I'm glad.
I get it.
Y'all hung out. Did anybody get arrested?
No.
Nobody was arrested. You guys hung out. That's awesome. Moving on.
No, nobody good, man. We're upstanding businessmen here, man. We're pillars of the community, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, man, we had a outstanding time, bro. Real talk, man. So it was great, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay.
How you doing, man? How was your weekend, man?
Hey, good, man. Just been chilling. Just hanging out.
Okay.
Doing what I do. A little working out, push-ups. Eating right.
You kill me with this shit. I don't know what to say about that, man.
Yeah, push-ups, eating right. Salad, a lot of kale, a lot of smoothies. And
let me tell you
situations like that.
A little kale goes a long way, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That stuff is it's pretty damn potent, bro. So
right. Yeah.
Everybody, welcome, man. Welcome to the ride, bro. It's I'm glad to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? So what's good, man?
Yeah. Nothing, man. What's going on with you? How late was you out last night, man?
I wasn't out late last night. I was late. I was early this morning.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
That recovery get different as you get older, don't it?
Yeah, it did, man. It did. Like I said, yeah.
Even back in the day, man, you go out and it might turn to a good night. You be out to about 3 or 4, get up, be at work by 8, work a whole day, be excited about the chick you met the night before, don't even go to bed. Now, man, if I go out and I'll be out a long time, staying up and stuff ain't the problem. I don't get tired, but at some point during that week, that should jump on my back and I might not be able to get out of bed. Damn, boy, I got to take another nap. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Remember I always tell you, man, that's why I do on Mondays, man. I don't do nothing. So that's why I really wasn't worried about it, because I know tomorrow I'm gonna be chilling, man. But salute to everybody, man. Last night we had a quick conversation about the podcast, man. Got a couple of people that want to come on, and I'm they're gonna hold me to that. They want to come on and when we get to the studio and hang out with us, man, they think we talk a little too much shit, and they can hold, that's all right, man.
They say you talk a little too much shit. They know I keep it real.
You exactly what Rodney Knight said.
What did he say? He said I keep it real.
No, he said I talk a lot of shit. But you know what?
But did he say I keep it? Anybody?
No,
nobody say I keep it real.
Nobody says keep it real. Nobody says you keep it real.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, man, one thing you always said about our joint, and I'm always critical of myself and what we do. But we got people that actually watch us and like what we do, man, and they fuck with us like that, man. So I appreciate everybody for that, man. Real talk. That was really cool, man.
Yeah.
To hear people's opinions about what we do, good, bad, or ugly, man. But it was we got people that watch, man, and the interactions always don't show up, but it matters, man. So salute to everybody.
Well, and I you got to reiterate this, man. and shout out to everybody doing podcasts, wherever, whatever platform, however you doing it. But we broadcast through Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. We broadcast through those means, but we are not a Facebook show.
No.
Like, we're not a Facebook show. We're not an Instagram show.
No.
We are a podcast, and most of our listeners are listening through Spotify. They're listening through Apple. They're listening through other means. We're not a Facebook show. So because you click on and you say, "Oh man, they had 500 views," that Facebook is 10-15% of what we do. That's not, and I'm not trying to be braggadocious. Just saying, like, when we see the numbers are not coming from Facebook or coming from Instagram. We're not a social media show. We use social media as a platform, namely because we want to stay connected with people, and we want to have people give people the opportunity to connect with us. You know what I'm saying? To connect with us and say, hey, because we listen to this stuff, and that's how we started. You know what I'm saying? That's how we started. So we you know what I mean? We I ain't trying to say we bigger than that, but I mean it's not a Facebook show. You know what I mean? We're not just coming live to you on Sunday nights and say, hey, this is it. No, we got this is a machine, man. This is a machine.
Yeah, man, let me say something, man. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. That's exactly what it is, man. The downloads, man. It's incredible. I had no idea, man. And we talk about that kind of periodically through the week, man. Honestly, thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Really, really appreciate that, man. It's a humbling thing, man. And but salute to all the bros, man, that gave us nice compliments, man. Sincerely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to say that now.
Shout out to them brothers, man. And shout out to everybody listening, man. Everybody listening. And we know you be plenty of stuff you can listen to, but we hope to be in your blasting in your car, let you hear my soothing voice, Sean's irritating voice, things like that.
Yeah, you know what, man, you're right, man. I don't like my voice.
I know, me either.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like my voice, and you don't like your voice.
No, it is weird to listen to yourself though, right? You're like, damn,
yeah, man. It really is, man.
Damn, I'm country as fuck.
You know what, man? I said I just don't like it, man. And I'll be like, damn, I hate my voice, man.
Man, but I think that's just the industry.
What is it? What is it, man?
That's the industry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. But yeah, man, it's humbling, bro. It's, 3 years, almost, 3 years next week, right? I mean, next year, right?
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
We deep in this thing, man. So,
yeah, man. So salute everybody.
I guess, like it or not, I'm stuck with you.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Pretty much. Yeah, you gotta fuck with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how you been, man?
I've been good, man. Just man, what the hell is going on down in Florida, man?
The Santas don't give a fuck no more, bro.
They talking about they talking about the NAACP said black people don't even need to go to Florida right now. Like I mean, what is I love watching the news. I didn't get to catch CBS this Sunday, but man, what the hell is going on?
Well, DeSantis, man, one of the things that he's doing, he's going for, man. One of the people that he's going for is Disney, trying to sue Disney and Disney they're going back and forth, man. So I don't know, man. He's just trying to buck the system, man. And here's the thing, regardless, man. Some people are he got avid followers, man.
So you like coming from a lay person. I by no means do I call myself a political expert, but do you think this guy is trying to be Trump 2.0 with some of these shocking antics and attacking people like Disney that he really won't fight back? Or Disney will fight back. I don't want to say they won't fight back, but they won't fight back in the media. The Disney's fight back will be, man, we'll close this whole shit down.
I told somebody that I know that's from Florida. I said, bro, if Disney decide to pull up shop down in Orlando, they'll turn all that shit off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, bro, certain people you don't poke the bear, man. You know what I'm
But
saying?
bro, when you look at Disney, you gotta look at like at the game last night, at the Laker game, next to Adam Silver was the CEO of Disney,
Mhm.
which means he's also the CEO of fucking ABC. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is big. Like DeSantis, I don't know if you got that much power, bro. Like you're not the perpetual governor of Florida. You're not the perpetual governor of Florida. You ain't won no presidential seat. Like your shit ends, man. Disney don't end, man. Mickey been here since 1930 something.
Yeah, he's in his first term, right? Is that his first term still?
Well, I guess he first and he wants it to be his last term because he looking at he got bigger bigger goals than Florida. But man, like we have shout out to all my brothers at Kappa Alpha Psi. We got our and I see one listening, my line brother actually Kenyatta. We spring '97. It's back in the day, boy. It's a long time ago. But
Mhm.
we have our conclave in July down there, and there's been a little chatter about, hey, is conclave still going on? It's kind of getting like that HB1 bill in North Carolina where everybody's trying to pull stuff out. I mean,
Mhm.
what the hell is DeSantis doing, man? I know you be up on the politics and stuff like that. I lean to you for some of that stuff.
Yeah. Nah, I really don't know, man. I don't know what his deal is. But it seems like he's looking for something. But the problem is he can't do that stuff without his constituency approving that. So he has a following for that, man. So it's gonna get even more crazy now, man. Um,
That's wild, man. That's
mhm.
wild. I mean, the fight to go out to Disney. Ain't nobody never fuck with Disney. And I mean, motherfuckers done got ate by gators on Disney property, all types of shit, man. Ain't nobody really just came to Disney like, you know what? This is it.
Yeah, this is all. It's a thing to itself, man.
It's a city to itself,
Yeah,
basically.
it's fascinating how Walt Disney actually leveraged to get all that land down there. He bought it through trust through different names. Yeah, different names. He bought it all these plots of land to get up Disney World because the thinking was his Walt Disney's brother. The thinking was, hey man, because Walt Disney really originally wanted to put Disney World in St. Louis. That was the original plan to put it in St. Louis. So his
Right.
brother talked to man like, hey, nah, man, let's go to Florida or whatever. Long story short, they devised this master plan where they went down there and bought all these plots of land to make up Disney World, and they bought it dirt cheap, and no one raised the eye because because if he would have went all in and bought it by himself, they would have known something. Okay, we can knock his head off. But he went and bought essentially swamp land and created Disney World. Man, the guy's brilliant. So it was such a juggernaut that Florida essentially Florida essentially gave him his own deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what one of the things that Santos is kind of going after. Hey, like, man, that deals and stuff you had is back in the 60s, man. We want to revamp this thing. And Walt Disney, like, man, come, yeah, okay, fuck with us if you want to, man. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's wild, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit. It makes me want to go back and look at DeSantis, his background, man. What I mean, don't
Yeah.
do that. I mean, that's almost equivalent. I mean, it's bigger than like messing with the NBA or the NFL. I have no idea, but I would bet shit what I got on right now that Disney's they gross. I mean, they net income has to be what, man,
I mean,
in the hundreds of millions of dollars, if
bro,
not billions.
it has to be astronomical. Here's why. For example, we went there, and for each person, like the first time I ever went to Disney World, I took my oldest daughter Ariel. Back then when she was like 3 or 4, it was like $79 for her to get in, and then but every person now is like $100 to get them in. So you
Right.
think about that. Average family gonna go there. Say it's just 4 people. That's $400 just to get in, not counting the parking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's what kill you.
so you think about this, man, and it's always jam packed. You know what I'm saying?
Jam packed. But wait, the VIP passes. The VIP passes are damn near 5 figures. Damn
Mhm.
near, you know what I'm saying? in the thousands of dollars to skip all the lines and ride in the SUV behind all the man. I took my boys to Hershey Park in Pennsylvania. Man, between the hotel, the food, the parks, then you got to go to make the chocolate. Man, for 3 or 4 people, man, that shit was damn near $5,000, $6,000, man.
I got to back this up, bro. You went to Hershey Park, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Who idea was that?
I mean, it's somewhere we hadn't been. Like
I get it, but was it your idea or the kids?
Kind of the kids. Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. I just had to ask, man. I've never heard any black person went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, bro. I'm sorry.
No, man. I mean, if you watch, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, you make the chocolate. I mean, it seems like it's something cool to do. It's a couple hours outside of DC.
Okay, you get a little ornery over there. The audio volume's kind of like. Okay, I apologize,
man. You like to do Six Flags. You do Six Flags. I'm gonna do Hershey. Go ahead.
It's neither here nor there. I apologize. I was out of line. Just ask the question, bro. For me, I never picked any vacation spots.
You just go.
The girl in the crew, man. You know what I'm saying?
And look, you go talk to me about Hershey, and you be taking your girls down to the damn Caribbean. Come on, man. Wait, what you doing, man? Oh, we headed to Jamaica. Motherfucker. Come on, man. Get out of here.
Yeah, man. It's a funny thing, man. I don't like the bulging that type of stuff, man. I was telling you earlier, man. My whole deal is like, I'm a simple guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I could, I would go camping and do fishing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you got girls, so you can't.
I got girls, and they're not down for that one, bro. So, but again, man, yeah, he's off the chain. He's off the rocker, bro. It's incredible, man. It's really incredible, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I saw I didn't watch too much of the news today, but something came across. I'm trying to get on this Twitter deal because you're more astute with Twitter than I am, and so certain things I'm trying to get, figure, But I saw something. I started following Elon Musk, and one, he what's about to come out now in the next few months.
What?
He's gonna have a side. He's gonna have like digital side pieces, like robots.
What you mean?
Robots. He has the picture up there and all that with the robots and all that stuff like that. I mean, it's fucking crazy, bro. And he's gonna turn this into like $1 billion business, man. It's like a robot side piece, man.
Yeah, that shit sounds weird.
Yeah, Elon's crazy as fuck, man. And so that's one thing that he's trying to do. But the funny thing about it is how brilliant this guy is. He's so worried about AI. He talks that shit down. He's like, man, this shit's bad news, whatever. But some of the stuff that he's doing is revolutionary, man.
Right.
Like going to Mars and all that. Just hearing about the stuff that they're putting together to go to Mars, man, and how complicated that is, man. I mean, it's I know you don't want to hear about that, man, but it's fascinating shit, bro. How they gonna do this thing, man? But yeah, man, I thought it was crazy what he's doing. I'm kind of, man. That's one person I would love to pick his brain, Elon Musk, bro. I really would, man. I think he's a brilliant guy. Sit back and smoke something with him, man, and pick his brain, bro. People talk about, man, like somebody asked me, they said, hey, man, if you could have dinner with 3 other people that has never had dinner before, and y'all can sit around the table and talk.
Who would your 3 people be, bro? If you had dinner with 3 people, dead or alive? No, I'm not gonna give you 3. 5 people, dead or alive. Who would it be?
I always got my 3 people that I would have dinner with.
I want 5.
Okay, well, okay. This kind of goes the same thing. The 5 people I would have my pops, his pops, and his pops. However long with 5 is, and all to sit around the table and have a conversation. I think that would be fascinating as fuck. All from there, whatever the situations they are, and we just kind of plop there in the area, and we can talk and come from wherever we are. I'll be here from 2023, possibly whatever, and everybody sit around, just sit around and talk. And I would just love to hear what they're thinking, what think it is, and how I think it is, and just see, you know what I'm saying? Because I just think that would be fascinating, just to hear the lineage of men from my loins, my people, my DNA. I just want to hear that, and just kind of hear the train of thought, how things would go. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. So
yeah,
I would like both my grandfathers, right? I like both my grandfathers. I think I would go with Malcolm X, right?
Mhm.
I would go with Ronald Reagan. And I think I would go with finally, I think I would go with
We only got an hour, bro. Come on. Let's go.
I know, but I'm a thinker. Um, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to go. I wouldn't really want to go Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I would go Malcolm. I think. I know this sounds. It sounds common. I think I would go with a Jay-Z just because of the transitional things that he's done. I think I would go with a Jay-Z, a Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and I would go with both my grandfathers. Only because one grandfather I never met, and my other grandfather passed when I was 9. But I would kind of like to know some of where I get how I am from. I would go with those people.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I chose those people, because I just kind of want to hear what it was and hear them train of thought.
Fred Hampton would be honorable mention because Fred Hampton did some shit to be 20, 21 years old.
Yeah, man.
I mean that's some of the stuff Fred Hampton did was amazing, man. I mean, and even when you look back at it, some of the stuff that Tupac and Biggie Smalls did was amazing to be at 25. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
To be 25 years old. Only thing, and I could get bashed for this. When I think about Tupac, I think about the fact that I think a lot of his stuff was acting because he was a great actor. He was in the theaters and the arts. Mm-hmm. You know, I think he was for lack of a better term about that life, but I think a lot of his stuff was acting. But I would love to see that. I would also like to talk to Albert Krieger, who was a very successful attorney out of Florida, who represented a lot of mob figures and things like that. And he just had some great quotes for criminal defense attorneys. You know, I would like to talk to people like that. I hold no qualms about the fact that I'm an imitator, man. I like to learn from people. You know, people teach me a whole lot of stuff, so, including yourself. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Speaking of that, man, when you said, I hear people all the time saying who they have dinner with, and I just want this one name. I go on with all the people that you chose with your damn good choices. Why Jay-Z? I just asking why Jay-Z. Let me back up. If you went one him, nobody else at the table, you guys at dinner, what would be something you just would? What would you bring up in terms of conversation?
I would bring up probably the pressure, right? The pressure that you have. One thing that Jay-Z said that I've always liked and I've always grabbed onto is the fact that I'm the same person no matter what room I get into, right? And so before I became an attorney, when I was working at Sprint, right? I was selling cell phones. A lot of people don't know. Mm-hmm. Back in 2002, 2003, before I started law school in 2004.
Salute you, my brother. You gave me my first cell phone. Salute you,
I know. I still remember the number, man. Mm-hmm. So I remember getting in the car with a coworker of mine who was a white guy. And as soon as we got in the car, the first thing I did was turn the radio station. Mm-hmm. And he said, yo, Chris, he said, man, don't turn your station for me, because if you get in my car, I ain't going to turn my station for you.
No, you're right.
And I said, wow. I mean, that was very just, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, the fact that Jay-Z, I mean, you went from, drug dealer or very close to drug dealers. We don't know if you actually sell drugs or what. But you went from that to now you're able to sit in rooms with Arthur Goodell. You know what I mean? You're able to be in close communication with former President Barack Obama. And you're saying that you haven't changed. And we've never seen him switch up on like a, you know what I mean? I mean, we all switch up on people that we like and we talk to and we don't talk to, blah, blah, blah. We all do that. but we ain't never seen him like switch up. So I would be very interested to see like that pressure that comes to him. What's the pressure on you? What, like, you've got daughters, like, you know, well, you got a son out as well, but did you ever think maybe, you know, your kids will suffer from sins of their father? You know what I mean? Like, how do you deal with like that kind of stuff? You know what I'm saying? Do you ever think that karma, if there is karma, if it rears his ugly head, you know? And Jay-Z's had raps like, you know, I'm trying to make my good outweigh my bad. You know what I'm saying? I would like to talk about stuff like that. I'm not gonna ask none of those corny questions like, man, what did you do to make it? How did you like? I don't care about that stuff. That stuff's different for everybody. But I like to know like the real deep, like, man, what makes you not be able to sleep at night? You know, how do you sleep at night? How much do you sleep at night? You know what I'm saying? Like, has this shit just happened for you, or have you done something to make it? I was listening to an interview the other day, man, and one of Jay-Z's DJs, I can't remember who it was. He says, man, a guy asked us to come overseas and perform 3 songs for $1.5 million. And Jay said, nah, I don't feel like doing it.
Yeah, all money ain't good money, bro.
I mean, he's like, nah, I don't feel like, nah, I don't need it. I don't feel like doing it. I ain't doing it right now.
Yeah,
like
man.
that. I mean, that's the thing, and we can relate on this, the freedom. You know what I'm saying? The entrepreneurial freedom of, like you saying, shit, I ain't got to get up Monday and do nothing.
No, I don't.
Like, it's Monday. Don't call me. Like, so yeah. I mean, it's very interesting to see. You know, I would just like to pick his brain like that, and I wouldn't even say pick his brain. I don't like the term. I like to have a conversation about things like that.
Yeah, I would too. I like talking to people. Like last night, I talked to a couple of my frat brothers who are doing very well in business, and you know, they kind of left their gig and started their own thing and rocking, man. And we sit around and we talk periodically. One thing that we kind of joked about with each other, and it's funny, is like we don't have time to talk to each other like we used to, because you know what we're trying to do. But the one thing I will say, and I always like to hear how, for example, like Russell Simmons, he was always somebody I always looked to, or you know, kind of like was fascinated about how he rolled, right, and how he entered rooms as the same person. Like, see, I don't dress up even when I go like business meetings and all that. I kind of like chill and do my own thing. And I think, and I've heard this. I think your authenticity trumps everything you got. People see through bullshit.
Oh, every day.
If they got this stuff about themselves, they'll see through your bullshit. So one thing I try to do is not try to bullshit nobody, and kind of keep it real with myself, and then keep it real with them, man. But yeah, I never thought about having a dinner with Jay-Z, but definitely those guys are the ones I would like to just kind of, if I had to start with those are the guys I would like to start with, not from any other. Like, we just plop at a table and sit down and have a conversation. That's why I want to start with those guys, man.
I mean, bump into them at a bar. You know what I'm saying?
No, I just want to talk to them, man. Well, how it works, yeah. But that's what I would love to do, because I think that'll give me, like how you said, give me some idea why I could be the way I am, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, so, but yeah, that's who I would like to talk to, man.
You know, my great grandfather started a school in back down in Salisbury, North Carolina, in 1908.
God damn.
Yeah. So the school is called the Neely School, and it's now on the historical property register. So they brought the school out of the woods, because the school was in the woods, because of course they had to sneak, and basically they were sneaking to teach back then. But they bought it out, and now it's on the historical register, man. And so that's just very interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you have the wherewithal to do that then, man? There's a book about like my daddy's people, about his great grandfather and great grandmother, and how they met, and you know, and things like that, man. So very, very interesting. People I never got the opportunity to meet. So.
Yeah, man.
I have a very large family on my dad's side, and I haven't met all of them. I've connected with a few. I haven't met all of them, but they are, you know, but my dad, they were some hardworking people, and also really value education.
Hey, they had no choice back then, man. I was telling people like this, man. I said, man, just imagine for just 1 second. Like if I'm working for somebody and my boss come and says some wicked shit to me, I'm like, man, I'm turning your ass into HR or whatever. Dude, there's no HR you can fuck with. You know, whatever they tell you to do, you got to fucking do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And bro, that just was what life is, man. And you got to salute motherfuckers that make it through that.
I can't imagine. Yo.
I can't even imagine like that, bro. I can't even imagine. You know where the word hush puppies come from?
Yeah.
You know what hush puppy? You know how that? I didn't know. I found out it was crazy. The word hush puppies came from
get to the dog so they wouldn't bark when you was trying to do what you were doing. Yeah,
that's crazy, man. It's weird stuff, man. How it all came into pass, and this crazy part about it, this guy, I could be wrong, but it was something called Seaman Scrolls. It was like a collection of short story books about people like they used to sail on the slave ships and all that. Used to keep logs and all that. People put them in thing. One of the most fascinating things I read was the guy said when they would come through the Middle Passage and they would unload the slaves or whatever and go back, but he would stay in port, like in Carolina or wherever it was. He said they knew when the ship was coming in 3 days before. Guess how?
How?
They could smell the infestation of the slaves and all that on the ship. The smell was so palpable. They could say 3 days out, they could smell the ship. It's crazy, bro. Crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, 3 days out, they could smell it. That's crazy. So that's give you a little idea, man. I think it's called Seaman Scrolls or something like that, man. But it was a wild little set of books, man. It gives you some insight on what people go through, man. But yeah, man. But yeah, that's it's crazy shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
And DeSantis down there acting a fool.
Man, let me tell you something, man. You said this a long time ago, man. You said protests don't really work anymore. It don't.
If you could just outlive the time, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just like think about like a Ja Morant. It's not protest, it's anything. If you can just outlive the negative pub until something else happens, right? Last week, Ja Morant. Then some shit happened. Either some shit happened or it doesn't happen.
Well, I'm talking about
if you can outlive it.
Right, but I'm talking about in terms of like societal restraints, for example, like the NFL. Like we were saying,
it's the same thing. Outlive it. Outlive. Right. If I'm a lawyer and I'm talking to you and you telling me, hey, Chris, future astronaut is under a lot of scrutiny. Everybody posting about it. I'm gonna tell you, Shawn, log off for a couple of days and chill out. You know what I'm saying? Leave the country, or either don't leave or leave. When I say don't leave your house, or either leave. And in about 4 to 5 days in the next in the next news cycle, it'll be over, right? I mean, it's just like a lawyer. What I do, if there's nothing going on, then my client may catch a headline behind some bullshit. If it's a lot of shit going on, he ain't gonna be mentioned at all, right? So it's just outlive it. Protest the same way. Look, let these people let them get their stuff off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, half of them going to work.
Well, yeah, but you're right. But the thing about it is, and one of the slick things that I found out about the civil rights movement, one of the slick things I found out about whether people agree with it or not, or how it was run, they had a simple construct. You know what I'm saying? Say for instance, you on the front lines, that's quote unquote Martin Luther King or whatever. You're that guy. Mm-hmm. I'm the guy going to work every day, getting a paycheck to fund you to do your thing, and hopefully that we'll get some change or whatever. So there was different levels to it, where there's some people that had to go to work to fund what you were hoping was going to be the end result, of funding those protests to get them out of jail and things of that nature, whatever. But I think that's missing, man. Like Dr. Umar said, he said something crazy, and it makes so much sense. He said the one thing about Black people that we don't have, regardless of how much money we got, we don't have the four essential pillars of a community. We don't have a hospital, we don't have a grocery store, we don't have a bank, and we don't have schools. And you look at a lot of races, they have those four essential pillars to sustain a community. We don't have
schools. Right?
No, we don't. No, all at one time, Hospital, grocery store, schools, bank. We don't have that. We don't have that.
You don't count Wood Forest, that bank in Walmart.
No. I'm talking about like in our community,
joking,
man.
I'm
You know what I'm
joking
saying?
with you, man.
Like in our community, man. Like every time something like that comes up, they come and burn that motherfucker to the ground, dog. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was. That's how unions came into play, man. That's how like people talk about union. I'm still a part of a union, but I didn't understand the force of a union. That's why they don't want that shit down south. Them unions up top, they're very powerful, and they got started. They got started because they were trying to keep you and I out of the workforce. Because when everybody got freed, or whatever, who was all the skilled laborers? It was us.
Right.
So they were trying to like, yo, man, let's form together and keep them motherfuckers out of it, whatever. But it kind of morphed and whatever, and came to this what unions are today, which is some of the most powerful organizations out there, man. So, but yeah, I think organization, is the most key component about protest. And the problem is a lot of times, regardless of how you feel about it, we have people on TV or in the media that would speak down against whatever the community is trying to do. You know what I'm saying? You always get that one guy who's loud, who's super loud, and is going to talk that shit down, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it we kind of like, attitude, you're kissing your sister. You're not getting nothing from it. You're doing an action, but you're not getting nothing from it. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting each other, man. So I think sometimes we just kind of like we're playing bumper cars with that, man. But if it was a way to like, if there was something that we all agreed upon, the majority of us, and put it to task, like for example, like reparations. There's a big movement for reparations now. Right. And
you think that ever happened?
Yeah, it's going to happen some kind of way. And it start bubbling up more and more now after COVID, because like my thinking was, and a lot of other people thinking was like, they can pay that shit if they really want to.
They can do anything.
They can do anything they want to. And think about it. Not even the money that they gave to businesses and all that. The money that they continue to still give to like Ukraine and shit. You know what I'm saying? Part of all those COVID packages that everybody was receiving, they put something called pork in it, which was giving Ukraine billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So reparations is possible, but they don't want that. And the people that we got in power or whatever, like black people, they don't want that shit either. You talk to anybody in power, in government, whatever, Congress, whatever, the Senate, the House of Representatives, whatever, or even the spokesperson for the president of the president's office, they would knock that shit down. They would talk around that shit. You know what I'm saying? You will not get anything of substance from anybody who can make that happen. Nobody will make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Putin said something that was very. We all think it, but he said it. This is what he said. He said, I met 4 presidents. And he said, the conversations I had with them all is different from what they tell the American people. He said, they get into office and sit down at a table with me and realize they can't do what they promise. You know what I'm saying? Because he said that there's like, you go to a job, there's a training thing, like a manual, pretty much what you're going to have to do and how it works. You know what I'm saying? It's what are you going to do? You can't do nothing you really going to say you're going to do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just something you got to follow that task, man. I mean, certain people get certain things done, like freeing people and all that. But name something that's really been powerful, that's been passed, that you can hang your hat on. Like somebody say, man, I can't remember a play that you did. You're not a Hall of Famer. Give me one play that a president's done that makes them a Hall of Famer.
I mean, nothing positive.
Right. So, but on the campaign trail, you do like, people want to die, you do the before and after. You listen to them on campaign trail, man. They be like, yo, man, Well,
who really listens to politicians these days?
Everybody listens to them. Man, Barack Obama had every black person think they're gonna have their own personal slave or something. You know what I'm saying? But so okay, so when this whole thing was starting before Iowa, who were you riding with majority? Were you riding with Clinton?
I'm not a very political guy. I would have voted for who I thought would have been the giving us. I mean, I don't think any. I'm one of the weird people who don't think presidents have that much power. Right? It's like, oh, okay, well, if he's the president, he can do blah blah blah. He's the face of the nation, but right. I mean, just like Barack Obama is not going to be able to get that many judges in office, not that many federal judges, because whatever he tries, it's going to get blocked, right? And he's going to have that, like when he said, "Oh, I'm a free about 9,000 people," and he freed about 1,900.
I think Trump freed the most.
He did, and so exactly. So when you looking at like from different perspectives, right? But you don't. I don't think Trump freed him. I think one thing that I was having a conversation about this actually earlier today. Trump, as crazy as he is a delegator, and he will delegate to people who have much more experience and much more knowledge about a situation to do things, right? The bad thing about that is if you ever cross him, or if you cross him, if he feels he's been crossed, he's gonna motherfucking barbecue your ass. Well, he gonna just like he did Comey, like he did plenty of other people. If he feel like you said something that's not in his interest, he gonna barbecue you. But for the thousands of other people who have been delegated positions and delegated authority to do things, Trump is gonna let that shit ride. Trump ain't sitting here worried about, oh, how many people am I freeing? Trump don't give a fuck. Trump gonna sign what you tell him to sign if he's in your good graces, right? You're in his good graces,
right? I think every president has certain things that I kind of look at. Whatever. For me, I thought that George Bush Jr. Do something that I even had before. This was my mindset before I even read his book. Is that you always, to me, I never want to be the smartest person in the room. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he made sure he wasn't. I mean, not being funny, but he made sure he wasn't the smartest person in the room. His cabinet was overflowing with people that had much more knowledge about world politics or just life than he did. Like Bill Clinton, man, he was a Rhodes Scholar, bro. He was brilliant. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? George Bush just was a damn C student, D student, shit like that, man. So I always thought you got to have the smart people around you, man. And I try to find the smartest people and hang out with them and learn something from them, man. But yeah, I don't think they hold that much power. Now coming up next year is going to test everybody's ability to critically think politics, because now you have so much on the line now with before everybody was saying, like, for example, like when Barack Obama was running for president or whatever, or Bill Clinton was running for president or whatever, or George Bush Jr. was running for president, no one gave a shit about their age, right? But when McCain was running, one of the reasons he lost was because of who he's running with, right?
Who's he running with?
He's running with Sarah. What's her name?
Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin, right? So now that Joe Biden is running, they're gonna look past Joe Biden and say, okay, he got Kamala with him. Do I want to take this chance with this? You see what I'm telling you? So Joe's not really the face of this no more. It's Kamala now. You know what I'm saying? Because ideally, man, we know, man, how Barack Obama looked at, how Bill Clinton looked at the 8 years, how George Bush Jr. looked at the 8 years, how they look at the 8 years, man, they aged dramatically. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden is like 20, 30 years older than those guys, bro. I mean, think about what that's doing to him, man. And you have to think, like, another 4 years of this. Now, I'm not wishing anything bad on. We all want, whatever. But you have to put that in your mind, like, bro, there's not been one president you saw left office looking younger than when they went in. You know what I'm saying? So the Washington Post just released these pictures of the Bin Laden raid when they went in and raided Bin Laden. The guy put it up. The pictures, you got to go online and look at them on the Washington Post. They got them through the Freedom of Information Act. The pictures of that night when they was in that Situation Room, they looked at it live as a SEAL Team 6 went in there and shot Osama bin Laden. When they first got there, the helicopter crashed and they thought it was gonna go to shit. The stress level, and after it was over, Barack Obama said the stress level was immeasurable. He said he can't even put into words what Hillary Clinton said it too. Joe Biden was clutching pearls in there, bro. He said that's just one of the situations we deal with that American people know about, but there's others that they'll never know about. So just the day-to-day issues of that, man, you have to deal with. Man, it ain't for everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for everybody. Like you said, there's a limit with astronauts and shit. Shit, man, why don't put a limit on that, man?
Hell, that's what I'm asking. I'm asking for one.
You can't, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I was president, man, I don't have the mental capacity to be president. I'm irrational sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I would do some irrational shit.
Oh, really?
Oh, and man, I thought about. I sat back for a second and said, you know what kind of president would I be? The first thing that comes to mind is irrational. You know what I'm saying? I would be totally irrational. So that just the thing I look at, man. I'll be totally irrational, bro. You know, so that's my deal, man. But I just think, for me, I don't think that just anybody can do that, man. And I thought it was just wild, bro. You know. So what's popping, man?
Wow.
Yeah, man. What you got, man? You when I said something that, I'm saying what you probably thinking. You know what I'm saying? Dude, let me tell you something. You my guy. I love you to death, bro. I swear to God, I love you to death, man. But if you running for president, man, I'll be right there beside you, like rooting you on, man.
No, I wouldn't bring you out. Right.
But if you brought me out, or even if you didn't bring me out,
I didn't bring you out.
You don't bring me out. Even if we talking conversation like, man, yo, Si, congratulations on the nomination, man. I hope you win on Tuesday, man. But when I close that curtain behind me, I vote for the other guy. Because I'm like, I don't know. Yo, bro, no, man.
You gonna vote for me?
No.
Why?
I know you, bro. I'm like, no.
What kind of bullshit is this?
Okay, I got you. Would you vote for me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I wouldn't even vote for me, bro. If I won,
I know you give me some contracts or something.
Listen, if I won, I'm like, you bullshit.
Would you make me AG? Like Attorney General?
No, bro.
I mean, say if you would make me Attorney General, we'll fall out.
Well, you know the problem is I would be so much in shock. Like if they,
you won?
Like they come and tell me in the hotel, like, yo, Shawn, you won. Like, get you bullshit. Like really? I won this shit? I would be so flabbergasted that I actually won that motherfucker, bro. I mean, but I wouldn't vote. Man, hell no, man. That's a certain job you can't just have. You know,
what makes those guys better than us, man?
I didn't say better.
We good enough. That's the problem. You don't think you're good enough. You good enough, brother.
Oh, I didn't say anything about good enough. I just don't have. I don't have the patience.
I will make decisions for you.
I don't have the patience for mass people, like the mass hysteria that people come in talking about they want to do certain shit, man. I'm like, man, no, man, we ain't doing that. You know, when they had the town halls and shit, like, Mr. President, what do you think about, you know, I'm like, man, hey, look, man, we ain't doing that. And, you know, I would shut this shit down. Like, man, we ain't doing all that shit, bro. We ain't doing that, man. It's just certain things I would not go for, man. But I think everybody, the first thing they try to do is try to please everybody and be like, instead of saying, look, man, no, we ain't doing that, bro. Nobody wants that but you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that, bro. So I don't think, I think it's too political now. I don't think people kind of tell people what they need to hear now, man. Like, yo, bro, nah, we ain't doing that, bro. You know? So, nah, man, that's not something I want to do, man, at all.
They wouldn't pick you, though. I can tell you that.
Why not?
You couldn't get out the primaries of your neighborhood. If it was primaries between you and your two neighbors to your left and right of you, you would not win. I go ahead and tell you. But I'd vote for you, but you wouldn't win.
Yeah, I would win. Here's why I would win. No, here's why. Let me tell you something. If I truly believed I could win, I would win. I know it's a crazy thought in my mind, but when I got something in my mind and that I think I can accomplish.
What you be saying when I say crazy shit? Oh, and now the originators of Opinionated-Facts.
Hey, but you have to believe it though. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. People are so scared of their own thoughts sometimes. They're getting their own way. You know what I'm saying? But if you truly believe you can do something, the first thing you have to do is don't tell nobody. Because motherfuckers will tell you like, nah, I don't know about that, man, or they'll throw little things in it. But if you truly believe you can do it, you'll do that shit. That's always my train of thought. See that look right there? So if I came and told you whatever, you have to find people that are with you with that have the same passion that you have. And that's one of the things that I find just in business, bro. If you don't have people that feel the same way you do, or just have half the passion you have, or just give you another train of thought that sees it better, as opposed to saying, nah, that shit ain't gonna work, bro. My thing is like on my whiteboard in my office, man. The top of it says we're solution oriented here. Solutions, bro. Problems, I give you 30 seconds, but the solution, that's why you're here. I hear what the issue was, but the dissertation should be about solutions. Now, you this is the problem you had. How do you think we should be? How do you think we'll solve that? I don't want to hear about all the stuff that happened. Okay, that happened. What do you think we should do? How do you think we should get it? Because you dealt with it firsthand. That's the first thing you do. And the first thing I do is with people that work for me is I in my mind, try to give it to them. Hey man, how you think we should do that? What's the best thing you think? You know what I'm saying? It's called delegation. And the thing about it is if you delegate the right way, and you give people a sense of responsibility of ownership, they will take it as their own and make it much better than you can imagine it could be. But the first thing you have to do is get yourself around people that believe it just like you or even more. If you have one naysayer, get them the fuck out of there, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm the naysayer.
You are a naysayer. You throw the sprinkles and shit in it, because for me, I don't do shit I'm not passionate about. If I'm passionate about it, the way it's presented, it's gonna be my best work, and it comes through. So I don't do shit like people say, man, I'm gonna do with it, man. If I don't believe it, if I don't see it, if I don't visualize it, I don't do it. Whatever I put my mind to, I'm gonna see through it to the end. Fail or not, and things I've done hasn't worked. But the thing when I lay my head down at night is I'm like, I don't feel bad about it. It's like, bro, it didn't work, but I put everything I had into it. You know what I'm saying? But the first thing I do is create your circle that is airtight, and you got people that truly believe in what you're trying to do. You got that one they say, like, man, you tell somebody something, you can sit in the face like, they'll do this, get them the fuck out of there immediately. Like, all right, man. Yeah, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I won't tell you shit else. You're not in this circle of putting this together. You just ain't in it. Whether you support us afterwards, that's one thing. But if you listen to any meetings that every Thursday we have meetings, wherever, there's never been nothing about problems. I give you, I always say, you got 30 seconds. And then the next time we're talking about solutions, bro. But if you believe it, I guarantee it ain't no bullshit. It can work. But you have to believe it. You have to be able to sell it to yourself. If you can't sell it to yourself, you can't sell it to nobody else. I ain't gonna listen to you because I know I can hear it in your voice. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I always try to pump people up when if somebody tell me something they're trying to do and I see it in their eyes, they're trying to believe it, man. I'm like, man, what could I do to help you? If you come to tell me you absolutely can,
I don't think you don't ever ask me that.
You never come to me and say, yo, I want to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? For me, everybody's different. Everybody's different. But I don't share nothing with anybody until the three concepts of what I'm trying to do are done.
What three concepts? The
first thing, if I want to do something, first thing I do is I create a logo. I create a logo, I print it, I get it done how I want to get it done, and I print it out and I put in a picture frame or some kind of frame that I walk past it every day, like my bedroom. I have it in picture, whatever. I walk past it every day because I know today I have to do something for that. I have to visualize it. Once I visualize it, once I see it, all right, here we off and running. The next thing I try to do is who are we? What are we trying to do? What are you trying to do with this? You know what I'm saying? And I immediately get an elevator pitch in my head about why I believe in this, and then I transform it to ability to sell it to somebody else. I got it in my mind. Now how I'm going to sell it to them. And the third thing is how I'm presented. To me, it has to be extra clean. Everything I do, gotta be clean, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you present it a certain way, people are like, what the fuck is that? How can what's that? Whatever. It's just all about, for me, it's about presentation and execution, bro. But the first thing you gotta do, you gotta get in your mind, you gotta see it concrete and say, yo, I know I can make this shit work. If you got that logo in your face, I tell people all the time, man. We were talking last night, I said, man, the first thing I did with everything I do, I got me frames. Every logo, I put it out in front of me and I see it every day. And I'm like, okay, now I gotta do something for that today, this month, whatever. So to me, the planning concept for anything I do is at least a year. So every month I do something on that, and in my timetable, the 12 months from that day I got that logo out, we're going live with it. But every day or every month, I'm doing something to further that thing along.
Right.
I can have a website pushed back to the side. Nobody know. I just ain't posted it yet. But it finding something. Then maybe some like 8 months in, like, nah, this ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? I bring up probably like 2 or 3 people in about the 8-month period, and then we'll kind of like they'll scrutinize it, we go over it. And then sometimes nothing got past 8th month. They're like, nah, shit, okay, cool, it ain't work. But that's just me. I'm not saying that's everybody, but that's just me. That's it, that's my mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason I don't go to everybody. I don't tell everybody. I just don't, because we have a natural humanistic inclination to kind of like be a doubter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you run for president. You don't tell me. You're like, nah, man. Nah, sir. You know what I'm saying? You probably you can do it. I know you could, but for me, I know you like a kid, man. You wouldn't vote for me. You'd be a fool to vote for me. I'm like, I say, bro, you actually voted for me, bro? I mean, no, that's not I don't see it. But if I come to you and tell you I believe it, I guarantee I can sell it to you. If I believed it, I can sell it to the American people that I could be president. But I have to believe it first. I ain't gonna do it just for show. You know what I'm saying? You can persuade people to do some dumb, crazy shit, like voting for me as president. I'd be in the hotel like, man, these motherfuckers crazy. It's 80 million crazy motherfuckers out here that actually, I'm president, bro. You believe that shit? That's what I be saying to people around me. And they're like, nah, I can't believe it either, bro. There's no way in the world you should vote for me. You know what I'm saying? I'd be terrible at that job. I'd be making all kind of irrational decisions. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, I'd be at the G7 summit with Pumas on and a t-shirt, bro. I try.
What kind of opinionated facts list you got for us tonight?
I thought you had something about guns, man. You be telling me shit you don't have nothing about. But yeah, we got. Yeah, actually, we do, man. This something that we had a while ago, man. But I thought it was kind of cool, whatever. But this is the opinionated facts list, man. These are 5 reasons why you should never go back to somebody who's hurt you.
You know, I like this.
Why you like this, man?
Huh?
You like controversy, don't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt people.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people out here who's never been hurt before. But there's some people who has been hurt before. And in
a relationship?
Yeah, in a relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never been hurt before.
Yeah. There you go, man. So these are 5 reasons why you should never go back to someone who's hurt you. You know what I'm saying? 5 reasons. You ready, man?
Let's go.
What do you think number 5 is?
Because they only want you back because they can't find nobody else.
That's pretty good, man. But
that's deep.
Yeah, I mean that's. I mean,
I can give you all 5 reasons.
Let's do your 5, and then we'll go.
All right, because they can't find nobody else.
Okay.
Number 4 is probably because they're getting pressure from their family and friends to get back with you. Because they're bored. Because y'all got some kind of other soul tied together, whether it be kids or something else. And probably another one is because being with them is better than being by yourself. Go ahead. Give me your list.
But you didn't count that shit down. I'll go like from 5, whatever, so I can,
I want to leave it ambiguous, so I'm not wrong.
So what's number 5 again?
I would say number 5 is probably because being with you is better. No, that's probably number 1. Number 5 is probably because they can't find anybody else. They tried, but they can't find anybody else. You know what? Next show, I'm gonna read you a list.
Okay, give me one.
It's pretty long, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna read you a list next show. But this one is number 5 is because they can't find anybody else, so they have fallen back to being with you. I'm fucking tired of paying for her own meals. Tired of paying for her own drinks. Been sitting at the bar. She done met somebody. He work at Walmart.
So last night I happened to run across a couple of women, and we were talking about dating and stuff like that.
I'm glad that happened for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we were talking about it, and one of the things that that came up was about the whole, we talk about like the whole dating thing, about the first date and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And when I presented them with the thing about having a coffee date for the first date, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they thought that was a great idea. Not all of them, of course, but one or two of them thought, like, okay, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't a unanimous thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna do one next week?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that, man.
Wait. Next week is Memorial Day. Are we on next week?
I don't know, man. I ain't thought about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We're a live show, so
yeah.
Hey.
We had that meeting yet, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I know some crazy things about people talking about guns and all that shit like that, man. But yeah, let me give you a list real quick, Rick. Okay, my bad. I got sidetracked. See, I like ADHD. I'm like a puppy. When I hear a noise, I go shoot that way. You know what I'm saying? I got ADHD. So these are this Opinionated-Facts list. These are 5 reasons why you should never go back to someone who's hurt you. 5 things. All right, you ready?
Go ahead.
Number 5. They never change.
Mm-hmm. I basically said that.
Yeah.
Zebra don't change. Zebra don't change the stripes. Can't.
I disagree with that, but I think you'll change for the right situation.
Yeah, for the right moment. Go ahead though.
Yeah. So you've always been the same honorary guy. So I guess you haven't found the right one yet. You know what I'm saying? Number 4, you'll never be their priority.
Ever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Always looking for the next great thing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you out there just hustling.
Mm-hmm. We talked about that. About somebody we know they kind of went away. We haven't seen the other person in a while, man, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, you did talk about that.
One of the greatest things you ever said to us and whatever. You was like, "Yo, you owe us an explanation now."
You do.
Y'all was posting each other up all over social media. It's over now. The same way you was putting out a post about love.
What happened?
You owe us to tell us what happened. All right. So these are 5 Opinionated-Facts lists. 5 reasons why you should never go back to someone who hurt you. Number 5 is they will never change. Number 4, you're not their priority. You'll never be their priority. Number 3, they can never make you happy. Mm-hmm. Never make you happy.
Well, they might make you happy. You'll never make them You'll never make them content. They always looking beyond your ass.
Mm-hmm. It's funny.
You permanent place filler.
Let me tell you something. It's funny. A lot of people have never experienced relationship happiness before, and people think they have. But if you ask them certain little questions, some people don't even like the person they with.
I just posted that, I just posted that.
Right. No, they love them,
but they don't like them.
They don't like, man. I always tell people, like is the ultimate thing in any relationship. You can love somebody and like, I love you. What is first? I love you, but I can't be around you. Whatever. You've never liked somebody and you can't be around them. That's a totally different thing, man. Liking love is, man. You can love anything. That's one of the greatest lines I hear. Like, man. But if for me personally, if I tell you I like you, oh boy, it's on. You know what I'm saying? So number 2, you must learn how to move on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 8 billion people on Earth. You don't have to be stuck on this one person in Bumfuck County, Georgia. Move on.
That's his sensitive side, because
it's not.
Again, you're coming from a place that you admit you've never been hurt before. So you gotta kind of put yourself in other people's hurt is an incredible hard emotion, bro. I've heard it from people. You know what I'm saying? Some people have hurt other people, and just to hear them say what they.
If I was insensitive, I would be like, damn, them some weak people. But I'm not insensitive, so I'm empathetic about the hurt that people have felt. Please, my brothers and sisters, heal.
So you never been hurt.
When my mama died. Yeah.
No, I'm talking in terms of relationship.
No.
Okay. All right. So this is Opinionated-Facts list. These are 5 reasons you never go back to anyone who's hurt you. Number 5 is they'll never change. Number 4, you'll never be their priority. Number 3, they can never make you happy. Number 2, you must just move on. Try find something else, or just get yourself together. And number 1 thing, you should never go back to somebody who hurt you. Number 1, you deserve better. You deserve better.
What type of relationship are you in that you can't foresee that this person is about to get out of this situation? Are you not paying attention to the signs?
Okay, that's true, man. I think everybody sees it, but the thing that holds people together more than anything else in this world is convenience.
Right. But why would you allow yourself to be a convenience for somebody?
This is not something that's like seeing a gummy bear. It's not like a fairy tale. This happens every day. People.
Because you don't have, like, quit being so emotional and start thinking rationally. Like, quit being so emotional. Oh, we got a credit card together. Oh, we moved in together. Look, man, shit ends. Look everything. No, look at the signs, man. Okay. I'm a very pattern-oriented guy. If your pattern changes, then something else is going on. You didn't just all of a sudden start coming home from work an hour later. It didn't happen that way. All of a sudden, we used to talk all day while you was at work. Now we talk maybe 2 or 3 times. That's because you're spending time or you're talking to somebody else. You need to be more, in these situations, people need to be more pessimistic, man. They're too optimistic. Oh, well, maybe they got another assignment. Yeah, this guy's the assignment.
No, I disagree with that.
It's not true, man.
No, I'm telling you, nothing in this world will work. Nothing. It would never, I don't care what it is, whether from business, relationships, nothing will work if you don't put your all into it. I guarantee you, bro. And that's fine. That's how you. That's what you think, and that's cool. But I hate to be a pessimist for you. You'll never find no real love if the first thing you go in with is why it's not going to work, or how I'm going to look.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying why it's not going to work.
No, you saying you have to have a negative connotation about this whole deal.
No, I'm saying you got to be realistic.
Realistic.
If something has changed, there's a reason why shit changes, bro.
Time out, bro.
Shit don't change for no reason.
Time out. You're skipping the third base. The first thing you said was when you get into a relationship, you're looking for things about this person why it's not going to work. That's what you said. So to me is if that's the first thing you're looking at, you will never hit a double. You gonna always be this perpetual looking like.
No, that's not true,
bro. It'll never work. There's nothing in his life works unless
that ain't true, man. I'm saying if things are changing and you saying things are changing for various reasons and not the real reason,
bro, you're talking apples and oranges. I'm not saying that. You're not listening to what I'm saying. What you said was when you first get in it, you're looking for something. You got to have.
No, I didn't say that.
You said you got to have a pessimistic attitude about it. That's
when things start changing.
Okay, you said when.
That's what I meant.
Okay, so so when you first go in, and I said my opinion is you have to put everything you got into in terms of a relationship with this person to get to know them, whatever, to make it work. If you don't do it, whether you
Let me ask you a question.
It won't work.
Question.
Sure.
Simple question. Do you invest every dollar you got into any business idea that you have?
Absolutely.
If not, why would you invest every single piece of your well-being into a human, flawed human being? Hell no.
This is something you don't want to get with me on this one.
I don't.
Okay, so here's how you're going to lose on that argument, right?
Don't forget I know you.
No. If I'm using your analogy about putting my money into it, it's for me. I move to something else after I make money off that one, and I'm gonna use a surplus or whatever, a budget I got to move on to the next thing. in terms of human beings, if I'm not emotionally able to give somebody, I won't get in that relationship. I will give you what I can do if I feel that's, you'll get me, if that's what it is. But if I can't give my all to it, I won't go in trying to be like that. It's gonna be whatever. Because you know it. But if I really like you, I'm gonna give you what my budget is in terms of what my feelings are. And I'm gonna let that be known from the beginning, what my budget is. You know what I'm saying? Just because I put all into it, that's not my whole total existence, because I have children and other things I have to do. But I'm gonna give you what I'm budgeted for. Now, if I can't,
how much you budgeted for?
Right, but it all depends where I'm at the time. I can't say it because I'm not at that point. But once I'm at that time, I'm gonna tell you what I'm budgeted for, and then you'll let me know if I can afford you or not.
But you're not gonna tell somebody flat out what I'm budgeted for.
Yes, you are, because first thing you say, what a lot of women say is, "Hey, I'm dating with a purpose." Well, I'm not budget.
We don't like that.
No, time out. This is my point, though. But I will tell you if I'm budgeted for that. You told me how much, quote unquote, how much it is, whatever emotionally it is, the charge. But again, if I'm not budgeted for that, you and I have understanding already what it's going to be. But if I'm budgeted for that, okay, that's where I'm at right now as well. You know what I'm saying? That's realistically talking. But you don't get there every day. You know what I'm saying? You have to be you have to budget emotionally. You're like, okay, this is what I'm budgeted for. And then if you tell her that, and she'd be like, well, you can't afford me emotionally wise. Your budget ain't high enough. Okay, it's cool. But we got that out the way.
If my budget is high enough, because you said that's stupid shit, I'm not even now the bank is closed.
See,
the budget, there is no budget. No, and you just like me. So whatever you about to say, don't even say it.
Let me tell you something, bro. You and I are nothing like when it comes to terms like about emotion like that. You and I are nothing.
Wait, since you changed?
Bro, let me tell you something, man.
Since you changed?
You, bro, I don't know what it is about you, man. You will not let that shit go. I don't know where you hide your club at. Like you like a caveman, bro. Where you keep a club at night, bro? You're like a caveman, man. Let that shit go, man.
Here you go. There you go. Go ahead.
You're my homeboy, so I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear.
No, I don't want to hear it. Let's talk about gun laws.
No, man, because bro, you're talking crazy, man. The shit you're talking about is like some shit they did back in the 1800s.
Whenever you get to really enunciating words,
bro.
Whenever you really get to, whenever you start really enunciating.
Side, women can vote now. You know that, right? Huh? Women can vote now, so they're not just home bill. They're not home.
They're not. There's some good women out here. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just, hey.
I can't tell by talking to you, because what you literally say, you go in there looking, you're skeptical.
No, I didn't say that. I'm realistic.
Okay,
I'm realistic.
The synonym of realistic is not skeptical.
I didn't say I'm skeptical. I'm not.
What'd you say?
I'm optimistic going in.
You just said
no. I said if things start changing, then why not be realistic or pessimistic about why things are changing?
That's fine. I'm not talking. Again, you can't talk circles around me. I listen very well. What we're saying here, when you first walk in that door and you meet somebody,
I'm not pessimistic.
You did. You said you have. It's unrealistic to look.
Unrealistic.
Okay, what's realistic do you mean? What's that mean?
If you walking into a situation, well, I don't even want to.
I
like talking about gun laws.
Yeah. Again, you're not gonna get that one past me, bro. Counselor. You're not gonna get past me, counselor. But go ahead, dog. Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah. So give people something to watch, man.
No, man. You know what? I'm tired of you going for this clickbait.
Nah, it's truth, bro. It's truth, man. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I say no. When did you become so optimistic?
I'm always optimistic, bro. For example, I'm talking about.
I'm looking for something to bang my head on. I got a brick.
All right, man. I'm just talking about this, just a natural thing to do, bro. I'm talking about. I'm not saying I'm not at that state, but that will be my mindset when I get there. You know what I'm saying? I am capable. I'm capable of having a different train of thought than I probably did 3 months ago, dog. I'm not saying I'm there yet. Okay, so that's all I'm saying, man. See what I'm saying? So
this is. I'm glad if lightning struck, it wouldn't hit both of us. It would only hit
man.
You.
Hey, I'm just saying, dog.
Because we in different places.
Mm-hmm. We'll give people something to watch, dog.
So No. I want to talk about gun laws for a little bit.
Mm.
If I can have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Digress.
something we talked about last week, with the state of the country and so many people purchasing firearms right now, even getting their carry concealed permits, things like that. It is extremely important that people understand the reciprocity of gun laws. And when you purchase your firearm, where you can and cannot carry a firearm legally, right? Um, and an example I have is example of two friends of mine that actually had a firearm in the state of Maryland that was legally registered somewhere, legal carry concealed somewhere, and they were found to have firearms in Maryland, and they faced charges on having firearms in Maryland. Not only did they face charges, they were arrested and held with no bond for having firearms in Maryland. Maryland and let's give you an idea of a couple of states. District of Columbia and Maryland are not places that you can carry a firearm, regardless on if it's legal, if it's registered for concealed carry in your state, right? There's also other states, but these are two states. There's a time that I represented a young lady who was going on a trip, a girl's trip to DC. Her car was broken into, and her firearm was stolen from under her seat. When she reported that firearm stolen, she was immediately arrested for having a firearm in District of Columbia that was not registered in the District of Columbia, right? It was registered legal somewhere else, but not there. So one thing, and I know a lot of men, but also now is a lot of women are getting carry concealed firearms, right? So you have to look at the reciprocity and where you can carry your firearm and where you cannot carry a firearm. Another huge place where you cannot carry a firearm is New York. If it's not registered in New York, and these are jailable offenses. So I wanted to talk to people about that, just so people understand. If we can save one person, that's a thing. If we can help one person out who may be getting on the road tonight, saying, you know what, I live in Georgia and I'm headed up to DC tomorrow, and I got my gun in my glove box, right? Or I got my gun with me under my seat, and if I get pulled over, once I hit the 295, I'm gonna let them know my gun under my seat. You'll also be going to jail. You'll be going over to the DC jail over on D Street. Not a very pretty place.
No,
so it's one thing I wanted to talk about tonight, man. We want to, season, like we said, we want to give a little valuable legal information, and want to talk about that just to let the people know, man.
Yeah, funny that you said that, man, about those guns laws, man, because a lot of people don't realize that every state is different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people make that mistake of doing certain things, goddamn, I'm glad I kind of got a little idea about gun laws and what state I'm in and all that, man, because mistakes can happen, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So salute, bro. So man,
every day.
Get the people something to watch, man.
Right now, what y'all should be watching is these NBA semifinals, man. This Lakers Denver series, this Philadelphia Boston series, man. I'm sorry, this Miami Boston series. Miami is an 8th seed, man. They up 2-0 on Boston Celtics, man. And they play game 3 tonight in about 20 minutes.
I appreciate that. I'm Screaming A. Smith for that Sports Minute. I appreciate that. I think anything.
And LeBron James and the Lakers are down 3-0.
Yeah,
what's going on with Denver? What's going on with Denver, man?
I don't know. Screaming A. Smith.
You think it could be I'm gonna say something that people are not gonna like? Could it be the curse of Kobe?
What the fuck did Kobe Bryant got to do with that?
What happened in Denver with Kobe?
Oh God, bro.
I'm asking. I'm just asking. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Well, there's also a conspiracy theory going around like that Denver's just fucking better than they are, bro.
Well, could be the curse of Kobe. You heard it here first.
Yeah, man. Oh, by the way, man, for anybody who there's a new podcast out there you guys got to check out, man. It's called the Eye Test Podcast. They talk about sports, whatever, bro. It's the one's most entertaining podcast you can.
And
bro,
what's going on with those guys, man?
Bro, let me tell you something. Real talk. I'm gonna get the information posted up next time we come on. If you haven't checked out the Eye Test podcast, my man Delton, homie Slack, it's one of the most entertaining 3-hour, 4-hour podcasts you can. There's no time restraints, but it's fascinating. Salute those brothers, man. Hopefully we can work together with them down the road, man. But it's doing great things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I can ask you a question.
Absolutely.
Can you send me that crimson outfit you got on, a crimson shirt like that and a crimson hat? Those are my fraternity colors. I like that. You think you could give me one in the mail? I'll pay for postage.
I talked to baby girl about that. You know, she's over that now. I don't. I'm not.
I'm really into long sleeve shirts. So if you could do a long sleeve white shirt, I like that.
I get it. I'm not in the distribution.
I need to get that.
You like this, man?
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that.
Yeah.
Maybe they could put a C Young.
We don't do custom orders, bro.
You know, custom. Okay.
Nah,
well, I just take what you got.
Yeah, take what you get, man. But appreciate that, bro. Salute everybody who rock with us, man. Episode 54, Viva Voce, man. And thanks for rocking with us, man. You got anything you want to say to the people before we rock, man?
You're gonna see a change starting next week.
I'm gonna get cursed out after the show. So if there's a stand-in for me next week, you know what happened, man. He's gonna be ornery when we get off the phone here, man. But yeah, salute to everybody, man. Fucking with us, man. The download numbers are incredible. So we salute everybody on that. Thanks so much, man. You good, man? Peace, everybody. Peace out. Peace out.